Hi everybody, I am going to do a video for you, and this one is called My Makeup Story. It's a tag video. So I'll get started with the tag in a second, but first of all I just want to point out that yes, I have had some breakouts unfortunately, and I'm sure it's because of all the stress of moving, and we recently had a wedding in the family, so it was just a very, very busy time. So what I do when I break out or think that I've got some bumps coming up, which is kind of what these are here, except for this thing on my chin, is I use a detoxifying clay mask, and I leave it on overnight, and then I rinse it off in the morning, and that way the clay has time to pull the oil out of the skin, like to make it rise to the top, and that way it's kind of dried out and doesn't have a chance to kind of fester. So the product that I use is from Pure and Simple, and as you can see I've had it for some time now. The top's all dented too. Yeah, and this is the Pure and Simple Detoxifying French Clay Mask. If you're interested in it, they are a Canadian company. They are based out of, I want to say they're based out of Toronto, but I know that they have some locations outside of Toronto in the suburbs. But I will put the information in the info bar down below, because you can, they will actually ship internationally. And if you have a chance to try these products, you should. I know the owner, one of the owners of these spas personally, and she's just a truly fantastic person. So let me get to the tag. I'll just switch to that right now. So, my makeup story, and of course I'll put the questions down below when I'm all done, and if you could just get past the spots on my face from the clay mask and the noise from the dishwasher, we shall begin. Okay, number one, how old were you when you started wearing makeup? To be honest, the earliest I can remember, outside of being a child and smearing my mother's makeup all over my face, I want to say I was about 14 or 15. And it's the stupidest thing, and people in Canada may not know about this, but in the US they had one of those, I know in the malls here they have like kiosks where they have people standing, like trying to entice you to sign your child up for child modeling and things like that. Well, they used to have that when I was growing up, like way back in the 80s and 90s, and it was a school called Barbizon, and it was just the biggest scam going. And they would send little postcards in the mail saying you've been selected for this open call and show up here, here, here. Well, when I got the first one, I just thought, oh, someone must have seen me. It's time for me to get my big break. So I believe I was 14 or 15. I remember buying the cheap makeup. They had a brand that was close to Wet n Wild, but it was something else, and I cannot remember it for the life of me. And parading up and down the street in my pink parachute pants with my Statue of Liberty shirt that I got in New York. It was completely ridiculous. So the answer to that first question is 14 or 15. How did I get into makeup? Well, I kind of answered that. That's number two, by that Barbizon card. But I never really started getting really into it like I am to this level until I started blogging. Then I was really all about it and really exploring brands and products. What are some of my favorite brands? Well, it depends. I have many, many favorite brands. I have many high-end brands. I have many drugstore brands. My high-end brands, I'm a huge fan of Tom Ford, huge fan of Christian Dior. Gosh, what else? Christian Dior, yeah, Christian Dior and Tom Ford. And then as far as my drugstore brands, huge fan of Marcel and Annabelle, which is a Canadian company, are Canadian companies, and L'Oreal Paris is another brand that I like. I've gotten some Maybelline stuff, and doesn't really do anything for me, but definitely L'Oreal and Annabelle and Marcel, great stuff. And even things like the Balm, which I would consider kind of mid-range, they make great cosmetics. What does makeup mean to me? That's number 4. Makeup means to me, gosh, I love everything about makeup and cosmetics and beauty, and enhancing your beauty, but also using the products to kind of create different looks for yourself or for others if you're a makeup artist. If you could only wear 4 products on your face, what would they be? Well, foundation would be one, mascara, gloss, and blush. Yes. What is my favorite thing about makeup? My favorite thing about makeup is all the choices that I have. I mean, if you want, it used to be that if you wanted to line your eyes, you had to use a pencil. Now you can use liquid, you can use a gel, you can use a powder, you can wet an eyeshadow, you can do all sorts of stuff. What do you think about drugstore makeup versus high-end makeup? Well, I kind of answered that. I don't necessarily think anything about it. There's some products that are really spectacular that are drugstore products, and there's some products that are really spectacular that are high-end products, and vice versa. There's some real loser products that are lower end, and there are some really horrible products that are higher end. I think it just depends on your preferences and what you like. For me, especially in my case, I use a lot of Christian Dior makeup, a lot of that very high end, but I don't use their eyeliners. I don't like them. I use the Annabelle eyeliners. I just like those eyeliners. That's just what I like. So, yeah. What is one tip of advice you can give to a beginner? Well, first of all, my stance is that I am not a makeup artist. I have not gone to school to be a makeup artist. That's why you almost never see tutorials on my blog, because I feel like in order for me to tell someone how to do something, I need some education, and I don't have it. So I don't try to do that. I don't pretend. That was my dog. Okay. So for beginners, if you're just getting into makeup or just getting started with makeup, I can give you a tip about that, to just kind of go and experiment and see what looks good. Definitely go and get matched for your foundation, and try different consistencies and formulas and textures of products to see what you like. That would be my only tip. What is one makeup trend you never understood? You know, I don't do well with that. I think it's still going on now, that double eyeliner thing, especially when it's like way down here. I saw one in this magazine that I got today, actually, and she's got the eyeliner right underneath her, on her lower lash line, and then she's got another line that follows it way down here, and I don't get that. Like, I mean, I cannot go into work like that. Now, I've gone into work with a lot of things, like fascinators, and I've gone into work with no makeup on, God help me, but not like this with the spots. But I could never go in like that. I just think that's just so, I don't know, primal. It just doesn't work for me. But I feel like that's come and gone, although I did see it in that magazine today, so I don't really understand. Number 10, what do you think about the beauty community on YouTube? Well, geez. I, for the most part, really enjoy the beauty community on YouTube. I've met a lot of great people on YouTube and watching videos, learned a ton. The only thing I don't like about YouTube, well, there's a couple of things. I don't like the negativity. I don't like people leaving nasty comments on other people's videos. I don't believe in it. I think for me, if I see something that I don't like, I'll either stop watching the video or I'll just send that person a message privately. But I don't use YouTube to attack people. I think it's ridiculous. I also am kind of iffy on the people that are making, no, you know what, I don't know. I'm just kind of iffy on people that get paid a lot of money to make videos and don't really disclose that or say that the post is sponsored. It's nothing against that person, and they probably worked really hard to get where they are. It's just, when you don't tell me that, you know, you're being paid to say something, or you're being paid to show this product and like it, then I don't know. I feel like you're lying to me almost. So yeah. So that's the tag. That's my makeup story. So what's your makeup story? I really want to hear. So do this tag. I'm going to put the questions down there. And if you want, buy this mask because it works wonders. You can put it on your whole face, not just the little spots like I did. But this took a lot of courage. I wasn't going to do this, but I had already put my mask on, the spots on, and I thought, oh, let me just wipe it off and do this video really quick. But then I thought, no, I'm just going to do this because this is part of my makeup story, right? So there we are. So I hope that you do this tag. I hope you have a great night, and thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll do the same. See ya.